We're screaming.
What device did he suggest?
An Orbi, O-R-B-I. Go to Best Buy, get an Orbi, and save yourself some headache, and just have the Geek Squad come put it in for you. Because it's easy for them, but you'd be pulling your hair out unless you're a real techie. I would have been pulling my hair out trying to get it all done. So they're in and out of here in less than an hour. That, mounted a TV and tweaked another TV and put me at, so yeah.
Our recordings are going at it, Ed.
All right, folks. So, give me some feedback. Did you find some areas where maybe the tire of life is thumping down the road a little bit? There's areas that you need to focus on to bring it into better balance. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I have like one tall pillar in each section, and the rest are diminishing.
Yeah. And again, go ahead. Anybody else?
I need to go back because it stimulates some interesting questions, which makes you think deeper. So I need to go back and go through some of the questions too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of irregularities in there.
I found it really interesting, Ed. I appreciated it a lot. I've got some thumping areas, that's for sure. I'm not surprised at the results. Certainly, I love the questions. They really were good.
Yeah.
It was interesting too, because I had COVID come in. It's like, am I meeting with my friends as much as I want? That kind of thing. Makes it hard, although we can always do that virtually. It's just not the same. I don't think the level of relationship gets to stay the same.
And this is the kind of a thing you can periodically just revisit this sort of concept. I mean, there are other places you can find a wheel kind of like this, but I've done this with my family sometimes at New Year's, or we're taking just time like a family getaway. We'll just say, hey, everybody kind of check where you are. And I do it periodically from time to time. Probably first time I did this was probably 1983. And it was just so visually telling and helpful to me. And I've revisited, this is the first time I've just had a link, of course, where you can go online and do it. And, but it's just helpful. It's helpful because, when your life's in balance, you're going to emanate a sense of the kind of balance that people are attracted to. And so you can talk about all the specific skill sets that are necessary in our business. It's the list and the invitation and all of that, but there's a whole awful lot about what's called the law of attraction. And when you're clicking on all cylinders and you're sailing more smoothly down the road of life, you're going to attract people who are looking for that. So I just encourage you to make yourself some specific goals that address the areas where you are visibly deficient. And we all are in some areas. Nobody's getting A's in everything. And so this is helpful to me. I hope it was helpful to you. And, I know we got a couple minutes left in the time frame. Anybody else want to share a little bit of an insight? This is your chance. Bonita. You're muted, hon.
Sorry. I think this is maybe the third or fourth time that I've taken this. And, I guess if you answer the same way all the time, it's going to be consistent. But I was surprised that it is remarkably consistently wobbly.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Great.
I'll tell you, Ed, I think that balance is so critical. And I think it's certainly a goal that I work for, because the balance, I think, is a demonstration of being an exemplar of what the life that we're creating, right? So if I'm exemplifying wobbly, then other people can see, wow, wobbly isn't what I want, so it's not only enriching for ourselves, but it is a demonstration of what we're helping people create.
Yeah.
But it's also not to, be the devil's advocate, but when things do actually come into balance, then everything stops. And so are we really ever in homeostasis? No. Are we really ever in a redox balance? No. Is our life really ever in a perfect balance? No. And thank goodness, that means we're alive. So we're constantly moving,
Sure.
Get into balance. But if we achieve balance, everything stops. So you know, I would just encourage you not to be too hard on yourself because
Exactly.
you're alive. This is this thing called life.
It's an ongoing, even think about it, we're made in balance here, but the process of moving forward is a constant shift back and forth, back and forth. You know, the tightrope walker who's kind of moving the bar, you know, so yeah, you're right, Cindy, you get in perfect balance. The only way to stay there is to nail everything down and don't move. But that's not what it's all about. Again, go back to the tires on your car. You're moving, but should imbalance become a reality, you're going to want to tweak that because the journey of motion is not going to be smooth until things are balanced out. But you're right. Don't be too harsh on yourself. I mean, you're in select company just by virtue of the fact that you would take a test like this. This link that I just gave you came from a friend that I've been in a year-long mentoring situation with, and he consults high-end executives who've already made all the money they're going to make. They're looking for significance. They're looking for, you know, meaning to their life. And so this is just to help. I mean, they may have the monetary side of the wheel completely, you know, out to the max, but suffering greatly on their relationship side or other side. So again, nobody's getting A's and everything. Just take this kind of a test once in a while, and hopefully you'll just find the road through life a little bit more less problematic and a less uncomfortable ride, especially for the people in the vehicle with you.
That's right. Great training today, Ed. Thank you so much.
All right. Bless you all. Have a great year.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.